Okay. So guys, what I've got right now in my um, wok right here, guys, I have chicken. I have deer. I also have mushrooms. But before I started doing this, I had olive oil. I brought that up to a good heat. And what I like to do with my fowls, guys, is ground sage. It's really good. Um, so, like I said in one of my earlier videos, guys, I love lean parents. If I can't afford to get lean parents, Worcestershire sauce, I just go with something close to it. So this is my local grocery store brand, Winco. It's just a Worcestershire sauce. It's the same thing. And so I'm just gonna let's see how much I've got in this actually, guys. Looks like looks like I got about maybe that much there, guys. So I got about that much left. I might take you know what? I'm just gonna do this. There we go. Save the hassle. And what I also use, guys, is fresh garlic. I don't like using stuff that isn't fresh. And this is your garlic that you get in your grocery section. It says about half a teaspoon is approximately to 1 clove. So I don't use a lot, but always with your freshly pressed garlic, guys, keep it refrigerated. Same with your olive oil. If you have olive oil, refrigerate it because the oils will go rancid in it. I don't use anything besides a wooden utensil when I'm doing stir fry. Well, guys, I wish we had smell-o-vision for this. Okay, I always cover it too, so I'm keeping it safe, and so if my kids do come in, they're not getting hurt. So I got let's see here. I've got here just some diced tomatoes and garlic and olive oil. I know I'm doing a lot of garlic right now, guys, but actually garlic is really good to be used right now during this time. It will actually help increase your immune system for working, so you don't get sick that much. You'll hear a lot of people going, "Oh, you don't want to do a lot of garlic." I will say differently. Do garlic. It's good for your body. It will actually help prolong your ticker. It's very old school to eat a lot of garlic. So I'm actually, ooh, this is looking good. I just do that, guys. I just dump it in. Let's see here. So, let's see. Oh, before I forget. I get a little forgetful, guys, at times. So I'm trying to remember what I usually put in. And I was going to do corn off the cob. But I might throw that in right at the end to just sort of heat it up and sort of absorb some of the flavors. But also, guys, never, ever, ever forget about your salt and pepper. And I always cook to taste, guys, because some people have a different taste than I do. And what I like, my family's grown accustomed to, and things like that. So you don't want to ever force your taste onto somebody unless they're used to what you're cooking. If they're not used to what you're cooking, guys, always cook a little less. So the main thing that a lot of chefs teach is a little bit of salt at first. You can always add salt. You can never take it out. Be careful with salt because sometimes it can cause nasty heartburn. Trust me, I know. My wife and I try to encourage our kids to eat healthy and things like that. I just drain this water off because I don't need that much water going in to my stir fry.
Did you want to start from the beginning? Right there. Yeah, this is the episode, Sarah. I started from the beginning, Sarah.
I was trying to do a rainbow of colors so it's not just one bland looking dish. I try to, what they teach you in culinary is you first eat with your eyes. You eat with your eyes first, then you actually taste with your mouth. So if you want something to look good, you make sure it's colorful. And everything else like that, guys. Remember that key thing first. You eat with your eyes. It's the biggest thing I've learned because I've worked in many culinary areas. I've worked in ice creamery. I've worked at a golf country club. And other things like that. So, guys, I also do A1. A1's great for any type of beef or deer. So I do a little bit of this. Well, it goes a long way. Not a lot's needed. So as you guys have seen, I've done a red, which is my tomatoes. I've done a yellow, which is of course my corn. And then, of course, I've got my green. So, look, everybody's entitled to their own thing. I'm not going to force you to follow my recipe exactly. But I do everything to taste. So I'm just going to dump this in here right now, guys, so it has time to cook. Because these are strictly frozen. This is a 12-ounce bag of peas, guys. Let's see. What am I missing? I know I'm missing something, guys. You want to try to incorporate as much of this as possible. So it works easier. That's my onion. And like I said, sage. And you know what? Where's my chili? Okay guys, I've got two types of chili I like. And you've got your regular chili. But then my personal favorite, if I can find it. Oh. Okay. Alright. Alrighty. Ah. is the Chipotle chili pepper powder put out by Watkins. It's great to use. That is a nice little kick. Now, if you're in Arizona, I truly, and I mean truly, recommend using the Arizona chili powder. It's great. I always like a little kick, guys. I got my secret weapon right here. Yeah. Oh, smells good. That looks good. Oh, yeah. Woo! I forgot how powerful that stuff was. Woo! So you guys just keep mixing this up until it reduces down a little bit. You don't want it too reduced down, but you want to keep it going. Oh, this smells good. Hey, Asa! Come here! This is how you know if it's good, guys. You get your youngest kid sometimes to smell, and if they like it, they go, mmm. If not, you might be missing something. Asa! Come here, buds. You want to smell this? You want to smell? Yeah. Okay. So, guys, here's Asa again. It's been a while since you guys have seen him, but he's already in the mood for Christmas. You want to smell? Is that yummy? Yeah. You always ask if it's yummy because sometimes they're like, yeah. Now you're telling me the truth? Was that really yummy? Okay, give me your hands. Give me your other hand. Let's go in for a closer smell. Does that smell good? Yeah. Okay. I always double check with him because sometimes he's like, I don't know if I like it, but always make sure your meats are completely done, guys. Always make sure that they're done. Okay, guys. I'm going to put that and put my lid over it so I can cook some more. This is the part that always takes the longest. I don't know why it takes so long to cook. It just does. Ooh. And that's why I try to focus on it right away, guys. So, I do 3 cups of water. I mean, not water, 3 cups of rice in a pot like this. Okay. Two. Alright, guys, right now I'm looking for my rice. I'll be right back in a little bit. So hold on, guys. So guys, I was able to find my rice. And like I said, I just do 3 cups, so 1, 2, 3. So guys, that's what it should look like in your pot, roughly. Okay. Like that. And how I usually do it for a water line is I put my hand right on top of the rice and I go like this, and so when it comes up to my wrist, that's when I know I've got enough water in my water pot. I mean my rice pot for the rice to cook. You want to keep your eye on it. As soon as it comes to a boil, bring down the temperature to a low and put a lid on it. So I'm taking care of my rice right now, guys. And guys, if you get any rice on your hand, always try to make sure you keep all the rice in the pot, because every single grain counts that you want. Alright, almost there. Alright, so like I said, guys, also, I forgot to mention one thing, guys. Always, 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 I emphasize that 3 times, guys, salt your rice. Water. So, alright, that's good. Alright, so guys, like I said, just put it on high, leave it be, it'll boil, and you'll be good.
What the heck?
I was trying to find the rice on. Alright. Okay, guys, let's check out this topic. Ooh, this one is looking good. Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to bring this down a little bit to close to medium temperature, so I'm not burning my food here, guys. As you can see, ooh, and this smells so good. I wish my wife could smell it. Alright, guys. And I always keep my lids for my pots and pans under my oven. Some of you might have a broiler or you don't have it. That's fine. But since I've got this extra space down here, guys, I use it to the best of my ability. Because every inch of your kitchen should be used to its fullest, no matter what. And always make sure you have the right size lid for your pots.
What are you making?
We're doing stir fry.
Stir fry? Hold on.
My wife just asked me what we're making, guys. I told her, stir fry. Okay. I know, I made a mess. So, guys, this is just how I do it. This is my typical. I usually, like I've told you guys before, I'm usually the one cooking the meals and things like that here. Sometimes I don't know what to cook, so we go the lazy way. We go out and buy food and throw it in the oven. So we've done like box mac and cheese for the stove. Everybody, you guys know how to do that. We've done Pop Murphy's Pizza. That's just when we don't know what to cook or feed the kids. We just try to do something fast and simple. So that way we get something and they get something. But I will be showing you guys soon, and I mean really soon, how I do my cranberry sauce. This is one cranberry sauce you guys never would want to miss out on. Because it is that good. Next week. So today's Thursday the 15th, guys, of November. And in exactly 1 week from today, it's Thanksgiving. So we're getting together with Stephanie's family and having Thanksgiving dinner. I do a really good cranberry sauce that her mother loves, and I'm actually doing this year a pork stuffing that my wife loves. And I use homemade bread for it, and I just do it that way, guys, because that way you know you get the best ingredients that way when you make it yourself instead of going out and buying the box mix. Because, come on, guys, if we know how to cook things and make things, well, let's do it that way so we're not wasting our money on things that we can easily do at home. And like I said, I stir my topping for this quite often, so I don't have it be a problem. Guys, I love doing this with you guys. I would love to hear what you guys have ideas for me to cook. I'm actually trying to run out of ideas, guys, to what to show you. So hearing from you guys what you'd like me to cook would be a great idea to help me out as well as you guys, because what you guys tell me to cook, I'm looking forward to cooking. Maybe next month sometime I will do a gumbo. So for those of you who don't know what a gumbo is, it's a Cajun dish that's usually done down in New Orleans. And my wife served in New Orleans for 18 months as a missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And we just got a recipe just this past Sunday from a member of our ward who is originally from Louisiana. And he actually got it from his sister. And so we love recipes like this where we can actually share them with you guys and things like that. These recipes are, I've heard it's really good. I haven't really had a really good gumbo, so I'm really anxious to try this recipe out. I've heard it's great for being done in the crock pot if you guys are crock pot users. Like I said, guys, just remember to use your salt sparingly. You actually can overdo it with your salt. Be careful with all your ingredients at all times. Too much can actually be harmful. Follow your recipe exactly when you're cooking. That way you're not overdoing it. And make sure that you don't, if your recipe calls for salt, you don't forget the salt. If it calls for sugar, definitely don't forget your sugar. In my gingerbread cookie recipe, guys, I said to omit the molasses in it. If you're going to use brown sugar, but I was wrong. Never use brown sugar. I was actually corrected by my mother. This coming month, I've actually got sugar cookies I'm going to be doing, as well as refrigerated cookies I'll be doing. And these all have to be done by the 15th of next month because of my ward Christmas party. I volunteered to do 4 different types of cookies, guys. So you know my oatmeal raisin cookie recipe. You guys know my gingerbread cookie recipe. But now I'm doing refrigerated cookies and sugar cookies on top of that. So you guys will get those recipes. I promise you guys that. For this, you guys really don't need a recipe for it. Your meat, whatever you use, if it's pork, if you're using a pork loin and you've got a little bit left over, just do little thin strips. If you got beef steaks, thin strips, not too thin, but thin enough that they're enjoyable to enjoy. Leftover turkey is great for this too, guys. If you guys have access to like duck or goose, that's great too. I've heard it's great. I haven't tried it yet because that means I've got to go out and kill it. We don't have access to those items in our grocery stores here because we have Canadian geese flying overhead all the time. Those are pretty much the easiest thing to kill because they're prominent wherever you are here in the United States. But if you are using leftover duck or goose, if you're going to bake your goose or duck breast ahead of time, make sure you score the meat so that way it cooks nicely. And this is my recommendation from what I've heard from professional chefs like Bobby Flay, Robert Irvine, and other like Iron Chefs like that, guys. If you're going to do it on your stovetop, score the breast. If you're going to bake it, score your breast for your duck or goose. Always score it. I don't know what you guys do for Thanksgiving meat, but when I do turkey, I put my hand in between the breast meat and the skin, and I actually separate the membrane between those two. That way you get a nice crispy crust on top. And then I put on top of my turkey breast a cheesecloth soaked in olive oil and do it that way. What I do on if I was going to do Thanksgiving this year with my family here at home, I would get up extra early and do it that way. That way I can enjoy my Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. That's a tradition for me and my family. My dad always got up early
Sarah?
and would put the turkey into the oven.
What?
It would take about 4 or 5 hours to cook. And then he'd sit down and enjoy the parade with us.
You don't look at it.
The night before, we'd get our stuffing ready. We'd
You don't like turkeys.
get our mashed potatoes ready. Have it sitting in water with salt in the water for the mashed potatoes. We'd do about 1 to 2 10-pound bags. We'd peel it the night before and just put it into a big pot. Also, I would do the cranberry sauce, which I will be showing you guys how to do that later on. I promise you guys that. It's the world's simplest recipe. Sorry, guys. I'm really gaseous right now. I don't know why.
Look, Sarah, I'm not supposed to do.
Ooh, this is looking good, right, guys? So, this is almost ready. This is actually pretty much done right here. And I'm going to turn my heat off on this. That way I'm not overcooking my topping as well as my meat and vegetables. I don't want to overcook it ever. If you overcook it, it's going to be horrible. And then I've got my rice here. It's going to take a little bit to boil, but bring it to a boil. Put it on low, and then just cover your rice and allow just finish cooking the rest of the way. So that's all that I have, and then just put your rice down, followed by your stir fry topping, and enjoy. So until I see you guys again in the kitchen, happy cooking and have fun. Bye guys.